Welcome to Scholastic Scrimmage here on WQLN PBS. Scholastic Scrimmage is brought to you by the members of WQLN and our friends at the Morris Coupling Company, a company with a strong commitment to service, manufactures parts for pneumatic conveying and industrial vacuum systems. Supported by a dedicated group of employees, Morris has called Erie home for more than 80 years.
Hello, and welcome to the fourth season of Scholastic Scrimmage here on WQLN PBS. I'm your host, Glenn Holland. The match will have two halves with a lightning round midway through each half. We will get to know the students a little better at halftime. As a reminder, Scholastic Scrimmage is a game that requires rapid recall of specific factual information and is not indicative of academic training. Now, time for our first toss-up. What film character pretends to be Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago, and rides in Cameron's dad's Ferrari while taking a day off from school? Cochranton, Daniel.
Ferris Bueller.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. What California landmark, which was built on Mount Lee to advertise a real estate development in the 1920s, once included the word land?
Yeah. Do I need to buzz in?
Whatever.
Hollywood.
The Hollywood what?
A Hollywood sign.
Yes, that is correct. Toss up. What poet of Ode on the Death of a Favorite Cat claimed the paths of glory lead but to the grave in his 1751 elegy written in a country churchyard? That poet is Thomas Gray. Toss up. What city, which was ruled by the 30 tyrants after losing a war, was the site of a funeral oration by Pericles during their war with Sparta? Youngsville, Chris.
Is it Athens?
Athens is correct. Here is your bonus. What German term, whose name translates to joining, refers to the 1938 annexation of Austria by Nazi Germany?
The Anschluss.
That is correct. Toss up. What quantity, which is 3/2 R for an ideal gas and 4.184 joules for water, is the heat needed to raise 1 gram of a substance? Cochranton, Kendall.
Specific heat.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What author of the alternative history novel The Man in the High Castle wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which inspired Blade Runner?
Hold up, I got this. Oh, no. No, because I have the book.
That author is Philip K. Dick. Toss up. What white material, which Phidias used along with gold to create the statue of Zeus at Olympia, is sourced from hippopotamuses and...
Ivory.
Youngstown, Chris?
Ivory.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. What two-word phrase for an embarrassing social remark comes from the French term for misstep?
Could you repeat the question?
What two-word phrase for an embarrassing social remark comes from the French term for misstep? It is faux pas, and believe me, I know. Toss-up. What war, which is the subject of James Michener's novel The Bridges at Toko Ri, included the Battle of Incheon and was fought on an Asian peninsula? Youngsville, Chris.
Is it the Korean War?
Korean War or conflict, yes. Here is your bonus. In what Alabama city did police brutally attack protesters on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Bloody Sunday in 1965?
Is it Montgomery?
No, it was Selma, Alabama. Toss up. What devices, whose function is described by the Shockley equation, are designed to conduct current in one direction and have a light-emitting type? Those devices are diodes. Toss-up. What king was killed by Charles-Henri Sanson after being convicted for treason by the National Convention in 1792 during the French Revolution? Cochranton, Allison.
King Louis XVI.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. In February 2021, the Biden administration said it planned to remove the U.S.'s terrorist designation for what anti-Saudi Yemeni rebel group? That group is the Houthis. And now it is time for our lightning round. The coin toss was won by Cochranton, so they will have first choice among two topics. Your choices are children's lit from the British Isles or what's up? Or more properly, what's up?
What's up?
All right. Give these words that start with the consecutive letters S-U-P. Evening meal.
A supper.
Amount of something available.
Supply.
Correct. Highest court in the U.S.
Supreme Court.
Correct. Extra or unnecessary.
Superfluous.
Correct. To ask for something humbly, especially of God.
Pass.
The highest degree of comparison, such as brightest.
Pass.
Soft and pliant.
Supple.
Correct. Lying down on one's back.
Supine.
Correct. Capable of exceeding Mach 1.
Pass.
To take the place of something as in an indictment.
Substitute.
No, that's supersede. To ask for something humbly, especially of God. That would be supplicate. Youngsville, your topic is children's lit from the British Isles. Name the British or Irish authors who created these characters. Matilda Wormwood and Willy Wonka.
Roald Dahl.
Do we have to have the, okay, thank you. That is correct. Peter Pan.
Pass.
Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy Pevensie.
Pass.
Peter Rabbit.
Pass.
Winnie the Pooh.
Pass.
Lyra Balakwa and the armored bear Jorak Björnsson.
Pass.
Artemis Fowl. That is Owen Colfer, and the one for the Pevensies that you seem to be struggling with was C.S. Lewis in the Narnia novels. All right, we are now back to our regular play with a toss-up. What religious founder sat in a spot now marked by the Vajrasana, or diamond throne, under the Bodhi tree to achieve enlightenment? Youngsville, Chris.
Is it Buddha?
Buddha is correct. Here is your bonus. What last English king of the House of Wessex, who died in 1066, received his epithet because he lived a saintly life but did not die a martyr?
Is it King Henry VIII?
No, that's Edward the Confessor. Toss-up. What author of the novels Agnes Grey and The Tenant of Wildfell Hall used the pseudonym Acton Bell and was the younger sister of Emily and Charlotte? Youngsville, Kiana?
Anne Bronte. Anne Bronte.
Correct. Here is your bonus. What type of object obscures the face of the subject in René Magritte's painting, The Son of Man?
Can you know that? Okay.
Could you repeat the question, please?
What type of object obscures the face of the subject in René Magritte's painting, The Son of Man?
A cloud.
No, it's a green apple. Toss-up. What project, facilitated by the 1986 Treaty of Canterbury and completed in 1994, connects Kent with France by going under the Strait of Dover? That is the Channel Tunnel, or Channel. Toss-up. What state, which is home to the resort town of Kennebunkport, includes Arcadia National Park, is in New England, and is governed from Augusta? Youngsville, Chris.
Is it Maine?
It is Maine. Here's your bonus. In what European country's mythology do the dead cross a river to get to Tuonela, the land of the dead, as told in the Kalevala?
Was it Greece?
No, that is Finland. Toss-up. What author who wrote the story The Open Boat wrote about the cowardly private Henry Fleming in his Civil War novel The Red Badge of Courage? The author is Stephen Crane. Toss-up, pencil and paper ready. What is the perimeter of a regular a dodecagon, whose sides each have a length of 4, given a dodecagon has 12 total sides? Cochranton, Daniel.
48.
Correct. Here's your bonus. What coefficient ranges from -1 to +1, measures the strength of a linear relationship between two variables, and is denoted R?
Okay. Correlation coefficient.
That is correct. Toss-up. In 2023, what policy, which had been upheld in Grutter versus Bollinger, was gutted by the Supreme Court in cases about admissions to UNC and Harvard? Policy was affirmative action. Toss-up. What color appears in the title of a novel about Jack Gladney by Don DeLillo and the title of a book about a namesake wolf-dog hybrid by Jack London? Cochranton, Daniel.
Call of the Wild.
No. Youngsville?
We gotta ring this one in, or
I'm sorry?
do we gotta ring this one in, or
No.
is it green?
No, the color is white. The book by Don DeLillo is White Noise. The book by Jack London is White Fang. Toss-up. What decade, during which the Wagner Act established the right to unionize, featured the formation of the WPA and CCC as part of the New Deal? Cochranton, Allison.
The 1930s.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. Pencil and paper ready. What is the cost of a single pen if someone using a $5 bill can buy 3 pens and receive 80 cents in change? The answer is $1.40. And that is the end of the first half. At this point, the scores are Youngsville with 80, Cochranton with 125. So let's take a moment and to get to know our students a little bit better.
Hi, I'm Kiana. I'm in 12th grade and my favorite subject is music.
Hi, I'm Christopher. I'm in 11th grade, and my favorite subject is history. Also, hi, Mom.
Hi, I'm Bowen, and I'm in 11th grade, and my favorite subject is math.
Hi, my name is Austin. I'm in 11th grade, and my favorite subject is chemistry.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I'm in 12th grade, and my favorite subject is Spanish.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm in 11th grade, and my favorite subject is history.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm a senior, and my favorite subject is French.
Hi, I'm Kendall. I'm a senior, and my favorite subject is English.
And here is a toss-up. What property possessed by bonds with small non-zero differences in electronegativity is an unequal sharing of electrons as seen in water? Cochranton, Daniel.
Polarity.
That is correct, or polar bonds. Here's your bonus. In 1898, the USS Maine sank in the harbor of what city, contributing to the outbreak of the Spanish-American War?
Boston.
No, it was Havana, Cuba. Toss-up. In what country, where Mount Merapi erupted in 2023, did a 2024 landslide kill at least 14 people on Sulawesi, an island northeast of Java? Youngsville, Chris.
Is it Singapore?
No. Cochranton?
Can you reread the question?
In what country, where Mount Merapi erupted in 2023, did a 2024 landslide kill at least 14 people on Sulawesi, an island northeast of Java, and it is Indonesia?
Okay.
Toss-up. What city is home to the Sankore Mosque, was a major trading center of the Mali Empire, and has a name that refers to any remote, exotic location? Youngsville, Chris.
Timbuktu.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What force is proportional to velocity by Stokes' law and is balanced by gravity when an object falls at terminal velocity? That is drag force, or air resistance, or fluid resistance. Toss-up. In what Olympic event, whose world record holders include Sergei Bubka and Mondo Duplantis, do athletes use a long fiberglass rod to jump over a bar? Youngsville, Chris.
Pole vaulting.
Correct. Here's your bonus. What Utah senator, whose father George was a governor of Michigan, was himself a governor of Massachusetts, and ran for president in 2012?
Was it Wolf?
No, that was Mitt Romney. Toss-up. What type of number has an odd number of positive factors, outputs an integer when taken to the power of 1/2, and includes 16 and 25? Cochranton, Allison.
A perfect square?
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What country musician released the 2023 album One Thing at a Time, which included the chart-topping single Last Night?
Morgan Wallen.
That is correct. Toss-up. What language is the original language of the opera William Tell, as well as the language of Samson and Delilah by composer Camille Saint-Saëns? Youngsville, Chris.
Is it French?
French language, correct. Here's your bonus. What kind of place is translated in Spanish as playa and in French as plage?
Beach.
That is correct. Toss up. What religion's hymns, the Gathas, are credited to its namesake founder, who described the good god Ahura Mazda and who lived in ancient Persia? That is Zoroastrianism. Toss-up. What Titan, who was tricked by Heracles into retrieving the golden apples of the Hesperides, was tasked with holding up the heavens for eternity? Youngsville, Chris.
Atlas.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. Max Wertheimer co-founded what German school of psychology which holds that objects can be perceived as more than the sum of their individual parts?
Repeat it, please.
Max Wertheimer co-founded what German school of psychology which holds that objects can be perceived as more than the sum of their individual parts? And the answer is Gestalt psychology. And now it is time for our lightning round. This time the choice goes to Youngsville. Here are your choices. Ends in X or the letter B.
The letter B, please.
All right. What does the B stand for in the colloquialism BFF?
Best.
I need it from the captain.
Best.
Correct. The sandwich BLT.
Bacon.
Correct. The literary identifier ISBN.
Book.
Correct.
Yeah.
The television channel NBC.
Broadcast.
Correct. Sorry?
Broadcasting, my bad.
Thank you. The oil company BP.
Pass.
The date specification BC or BCE.
Before.
Correct. The long-range weapon ICBM.
Ballistic.
Correct. The postgraduate degree MBA. That is business. The oil company is British Petroleum. Cochranton. Ends in X. Identify these people, places, or things whose names end in X. City whose suburbs are home to NFL's Arizona Cardinals.
Phoenix.
Correct. Day when the sun is directly above the equator.
Equinox.
Correct. 1999 movie that featured Keanu Reeves as Neo.
Matrix.
Correct. Folder for received emails.
Inbox.
Inbox.
Correct. Desert animal nickname of Nazi General Erwin Rommel.
Desert fox.
Correct. Possibly vestigial organ attached to the large intestine.
Appendix.
Correct. First U.S. Secretary of War.
Pass.
Childhood disease that can reappear as shingles.
Chickenpox.
Chickenpox.
Latin name for a priest that is the Pope's Twitter handle.
Pass.
Catalog whose entry 001 is Bulbasaur, that is Pokedex. The Pope's Twitter handle is Pontifex. The first U.S. Secretary of War was Henry Knox. I don't know what you'll do with that knowledge now, but there it is. So we return to regular play. Toss-up. What journey, which went from Sabarmati Ashram to Dundee, was made to protest the British monopoly on a namesake good and was led by Cochranton, Daniel?
Sorry, the salt marches.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. Authored Whaley's Monkey is a partial translation of what 16th century Chinese novel credited to Wu Qian'an, whose protagonist is a traveling monk?
The Flower in the Vase.
No, it's The Journey to the West. Toss-up. What disease, which is transmitted by the genus Anopheles, is caused by Plasmodium parasites carried by mosquitoes and is common in the tropics? Cochranton, Allison.
Malaria.
Correct. Here's your bonus. What Chinese revolutionary who formulated the 3 principles of the people was the first leader of the Kuomintang?
Zhang Lao.
No, that was Sun Yat-sen. Toss-up. What broad field, whose early theoreticians included Auguste Comte, was practiced by C. Wright Mills and focuses on studying human society? Cochranton, Allison.
Sociology.
That is correct. The Harz is a highland area in the northern part of what European country, where it covers portions of Lower Saxony, Saxony-Anhalt, and Thuringia?
Scotland.
No, it's Germany. Here is your toss-up. What set of battles in which militia held the Old North Bridge against Thomas Gage followed Paul Revere's ride at the start of the Revolutionary War? That was the battles of Lexington and Concord. Toss-up. What phenomenon, possibly modeled by quintessence or the cosmological constant, is a mysterious energy accelerating the expansion of the universe? That is dark energy. Toss-up. What politician, the highest ranking enlisted man to ever serve in the House, became governor of Minnesota and in 2024, Kamala Harris's running mate? Cochranton, Daniel?
Tim Walz.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. Medellin is the second most populous city in what South American country?
Could you repeat the city name?
I'm sorry?
The name of the city.
Medellin.
Sierra Leone.
No, Colombia. Toss-up. What man who wrote the funeral march of his Piano Sonata No. 2 at George Sand's estate was a Polish composer of many etudes and the Minute Waltz? That was Frédéric Chopin. Toss-up. What president's inaugural address, which followed a poem recital by Robert Frost, told citizens of the world to ask what you can do for your country? Cochranton, Daniel.
John F. Kennedy.
Correct. Here's your bonus. What type of reaction releases heat to its surroundings and has a negative change in enthalpy?
Exothermic.
I'm sorry?
Exothermic.
That is correct. Toss-up. What game, which features goals on High Street like Get on TV and Trap the Boy in the Phone Booth, was made by House House and stars a horrible bird? That is Untitled Goose Game. Toss-up. What author whose series about the mage Simon Snow was spun off from her YA novel Fangirl wrote about 1980s Omaha in the romance Eleanor? And that's the end of the game. Youngsville, your score was 185. Good job during the matchup. Good luck with the rest of your school year. Congratulations to Cochranton with a score of 285. You'll be moving on to the next round of competition.